Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon White, and this is part 38. So, we left off where we started exploring Chargestone Cave. I guess I'm just starting every episode of this Let's Play like that. So, in the last part, we blah 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 blah. But at the very end of the last part, we caught a Joltik named Charlotte, so now we can proceed further in this cave. Now, the cool thing about this cave, that was just another Joltik. Guess what? Who said guess what? Who's that? Oh, it's Bianca! Hello, Bianca!
Minerva, did you know this? The floating stones move when you touch them!
Yeah, I kind of knew that already because I've played this game before, but I guess if I was new to this game, I would be very excited about that. Thank you for pointing that out.
Right, Professor?
Hey, Professor Juniper's here? Well, that's interesting. Hey! Hello, Professor Juniper. We haven't seen you in a while. Hi there. How are you, Minerva? Not too bad. Bianca was kind enough to give me an HM for Fly, so yeah. This place is always charged with lots of electricity that Pokemon like. The electric charges react from one stone to another, and that's why some of the stones are floating. But not all of the stones can be pushed. My father asked me to research Clink, which is a Pokemon that looks like a gear, because I'm researching the origins of Pokemon and the era they appeared. He knows how to get what he wants from people, but I was already interested in this anyway, so it's a lot of fun! Oh yeah, Minerva, this is for you! Yay! More free stuff! I love free stuff! It's a lucky egg! Oh my gosh, we actually get a lucky egg for free in this game! That is really awesome! Because normally, in most other Pokemon games, you have to steal a lucky egg from a Chansey in order to get it. And that's usually a very tedious process because Chansey's a very rare Pokemon. But in this game, Professor Juniper is just giving one to us for free. Giving that lucky egg to a Pokemon to hold increases the amount of experience points received in battle by a lot, so it's really, really good for training Pokemon, especially fully evolved ones that you can't attach a Violite to. Having strong Pokemon will make it easier to fill your Pokedex pages. Will it? Because having strong Pokemon doesn't necessarily mean being able to catch more Pokemon. All it takes is a Pokemon with False Swipe, right? False Swipe being a move that can never KO the opponent. And it's kind of too bad that we don't have a TM for that yet. I would really like one, because I could totally use it to catch a Pokemon. But yeah, as Bianca said, we can touch this floating stone, and oh my gosh! Yeah, and I think the reason why it floated over to that stone over there is because there's an electric charge about it, and that rock over there is like a magnet. But look at this, we have this other floating stone. Whee! I really like the graphics in this cave. It's just really pretty. Okay, so here is a Boldore. Boldore can apparently appear in this cave. Now, the joke that I like to associate with Boldore, as I might have mentioned before, is that since Boldore are so common in caves, they're almost as common as Geodudes and Gravelers are in the previous Pokemon games in caves. So whenever I encounter one, I like to say, hey, it's a Dumboldore! It's a Dumboldore! But since saying Dumboldore sounds like Dumbledore, the wizard from the Harry Potter series, I like to say, hey, it's a Dumbledore! It's a Dumbledore! Okay, let's run away from Dumbledore. Because I don't really want to fight Dumbledore. Yeah, maybe I should have named my male rock and roll a Dumbledore for that very reason. But hey, we have an item and an app. Okay, so one ability a Joltik can have is called Unnerve, and I might have mentioned this before, but that'll prevent the other Pokemon from using items. But apparently Charlotte has the other ability that Joltik can have, and I don't know what that is, so I'll have to check on that when I get to a PC, and yay, Paralyze Heal. Alright. So let's see what's this way. We have a trader. Okay, I guess we're gonna have to battle this trader, which is good. You haven't heard Lassie's theme in a while, so maybe we'll get to hear it, unless I have something clever to say during this trainer battle. And I actually do have something to say. Something really interesting happened to me in real life, but I'll only mention if I get the chance. So here's a Clink. Here's the Pokemon that Professor Juniper mentioned. And this Pokemon can actually be found here in Chargestone Cave, so I'm hoping that we'll get to catch one soon. But this Pokemon is Steel type, so I think we're going to have to use Dig in order to actually damage it. But first I'm going to use Work Up, just to increase... Okay, and it's going to use the X attack to counter the effects of Intimidate, I guess. But yeah, Clink has pretty high defense. I don't think it has the highest defense just because it's a Steel-type Pokemon, but it still has kind of high defense, so that's why I used Work Up. So let's have Lassie use Dig and avoid whatever attack that Clink is going to try to use. And it's using Thundershock. Yeah, that's a weird thing about Clink, is that even though it's Steel-type, it can learn quite a few electric attacks. And actually the last Clink that I had in my previous playthrough of this game had quite a few electric attacks as well, and I taught it Volt Switch. I might actually do that with the Clink that I catch now, if I catch one, which I really hope I will, because I really want a Clink. But here we have another stone puzzle, but it's pretty easy to solve. Yeah, if we just push this stone aside, then we can get this item, which is a revive. That's good. I only had 2 of those in my bag previously, so it's good that we can get another one. I think you could buy a revive in some of the stores, but I don't know if that can happen until later on, so it's a good thing we got one now, and there's an item up there. Let's see what that item is. It's a heal ball. Okay, that's kind of useful, I guess. Not that I'm going to use it often. Let's see, do I want to still have Lassie first in the party, or do I want to put somebody else first in the party? I'm going to put Marik first in the party. I don't really know why, but let's see what that trainer over there has, because there is a trainer here. Let's wait for him to come over here, because I don't want to run into any wild Pokemon while I try to battle that trainer. Come on, trainer, come over here. Aha, there we go. Okay, let's battle this trainer. I will test you to see whether you have what it takes, blah 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 blah. Yeah, that traitor's not going to say anything important, I bet. So let's see what Pokemon he has. Let's hope it's somebody who Marik can defeat pretty easily. And it's an Arcan. Well, I don't know. Do you think Marik can handle this? I don't know. I really don't know. I guess we'll have to see. Let's try using Will-O-Wisp and see what happens. Oh great, it's using acrobatics. That's not good. That'll do a lot of damage. Oh well, at least... Okay, I guess that's not a good thing that Arcan got the mummy ability, because Arcan's defeatist ability would have actually weakened it. But whatever, let's use Hex and see what happens. Okay, it's using Quick Guard, but I think that'll only protect against priority moves. See, Hex goes right through it. Yeah, that dumb Arcan doesn't even... Yeah. It's using Quick Guard again! Marik does not know any priority attacks. Well, I guess if I had sent out Blue Eye, then Quick Guard we would have been in trouble, because if he tried to use Aqua Jet, then Quick Guard would have blocked it. But Blue Eye also learned Aqua Tail while I was leveling him up, and Aqua Tail is a much more powerful physical water attack, so it's a really good thing that he learned that. And I guess we have to push this rock over here to the side in order to go down there. And maybe this rock down? Yeah. Okay. Good. We can go down here. That's good. That's good. That's good. And what's this Pokemon? Oh, nothing. That was a Dumbledore. So I'm gonna switch because I don't want Marik to faint accidentally. I'm gonna put Blue Eye first in the party, actually, just because we haven't seen him in a while.
I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. I'm Popeye the Sailor.
What? What? Professor Juniper and Bianca, don't you dare interrupt me while I'm singing. Hi there, did you find something? Well, I found a few items, is that what you meant? I think we're just about done collecting data. This cave has been around since the distant past, but data to prove that Clink existed more than 100 years ago can't be found. Yeah, Clink looks rather recently developed to me. It must have at least come about during the Industrial Revolution, at least, which, by the way, did occur more than 100 years ago, so Clink suddenly appeared about 100 years ago. Yeah, that's a very scientific observation, Professor Juniper. Where Pokemon came from and where they are going, if we can learn that, I believe we can get along even better.
You know what, Minerva? Pokemon are mysterious! I wonder why these amazing little guys stay by our sides. Because they totally could turn against us because we damage them before we capture them, right?
I guess we're just gonna sit here doing nothing so we can go further in this... Okay, I guess I really shouldn't have Blue Eye in the party if all these Joltiks are going to appear, but... I don't know, to be honest, I don't know what other Pokemon I'm going to put first in my party, because Lucian will just be weak against electric attacks, so I'm just going to keep Blue Eye, just because he's kind of good at running away from Pokemon. In fact, I think I'm going to give him a Smoke Ball, just in case. Yeah. And Blue Eye is pretty strong, so we'll at least be good against any trainers that we encounter. Let's see if... Actually, I think there's some stuff up there. There are too many Joltiks in this cave. There were too many Joltiks in this cave. Actually, who I should have first in the party is Lassie, because she has the Intimidate ability, which will actually let her run away from Pokemon more easily. And I think she's pretty good at running away from Pokemon anyway, so I'm gonna put her first in the party. And is this guy a hiker? And if so, then I'll probably have to put Blue Eye back to being first in the party. Okay, never mind. Let's see what this guy has to say. Yeah, it is a hiker. So that means he'll usually have either rock or ground type Pokemon, so hopefully Blue Eye can have an easy time against him. And it's a Dumbledore! I knew it! Now, Boldores does have the Sturdy ability, so I don't think we're going to be able to one-shot this thing, but I'm not too worried about it, I guess. Let's use Aqua Jet a couple of times, maybe that'll do it. Yeah, it looks like 2 Aqua Jets will do it. Boldores using Power Gem, but it doesn't have the highest special attack in the world. The only reason why I kept Power Gem on my own Boldore was because he doesn't have very high attack either, thanks to his bold nature. It would have been better if he had an impish nature, but whatever, because impish nature would have lowered his special attack instead. But here's a Girder. I'm gonna switch to Lucian. Well, should I switch to Lucian or Marik? Because Marik is pretty good at battling Girders too, but he's pretty low on HP. I don't know. Should we take the chance? That Girder might know Rock Slide. I'm gonna take the chance. I'm gonna send out Marik just in case. And yay, that Girder faded, and Marik just barely survived. Now, I think Marik will evolve at level 34 or something, so I'm in high anticipation of him evolving. But that won't happen for quite a while, and I think by the time he evolves, I'm gonna find another ghost Pokemon to catch, so that's gonna not be fair. Marik will have to be replaced. But, yeah, I'm gonna use a healing item on Marik, actually. I just bought a bunch of Soda Pops. Well, I only have 4, but that's still gonna be pretty good. So let's use a Soda Pop on Marik. I mean, not Blue Eye, I wanted to use it on Marik. Okay, Blue Eye just got a free Soda Pop somehow. It's so easy to accidentally use items on the wrong Pokemon in this game. I really don't like that. But Oh, here's Clink. Yeah, here's a Clink. Let's try to catch this Clink. I really want to try to catch it. But I think it's gonna know Thunder Shock, so I don't really want to have Blue Eye weaken it. Instead, I'm gonna have Electra weaken it. And Electra can also... And also if that Clink tries to use Thunder Shock, then Electra can just have the Lightning Rod ability activated and get a special attack boost. So that's kind of nice. But let's see what Spark does. Unless the Clink has a Lightning Rod ability, which I guess it doesn't. Yeah, I think after we use Thunder Wave on this Clink, then we should pretty easily be able to capture this Clink. Now I'm gonna give this Clink the exact nickname that I gave it out of my original playthrough. And those of you who have watched my Pokemon Attack Showcase probably know what that nickname's gonna be, but I gotta worry about that later, and that Clink just keeps using Charge. That's kind of weird. It looks like Clink is just afraid of attacking Electra or something. Probably because it knows that all its attacks are gonna not be very effective against Electra. Now, I know it's not really gonna help any, but I'm gonna use a Heal Ball anyway, just to get rid of it. I don't think Clink is that hard to catch, honestly. Especially since his HP is in the red zone and it's paralyzed, so I think it shouldn't be that hard. Yeah. Yay, we caught a Clink. Clink is actually a pretty neat Pokemon. I might keep it on my team for a while, even though it takes forever for it to reach its final evolution stage. I don't think it reaches its final evolution until, like, level 50-something. So, I know exactly what nickname I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna name him after a character from Beauty and the Beast. Yeah, as odd as it may sound. But I really like this name. It's a really cool sounding name. And it totally makes sense for a Clink. So this is Cogsworth. That's the name of the clock of the talking clock from the Disney version of Beauty and the Beast. And and I really like that name just because Clink is practically made of cogs anyway, so it totally makes sense, right? Gee, it's gonna take like 3 videos just for me to get through just to get through this stupid cave with all these random Pokemon we're encountering, and that's probably because I don't have Lassie first in my party. I bet that's it, right? Yeah, let's go back to Lassie being first in the party. And I think there are... Oh my gosh! Ghosts! Ninja ghosts! They totally look ninja-like, don't they? Come! I guess we don't get a choice in the matter? I totally didn't need help to cross the bridge. I'm not afraid of heights or anything. There are stairs going down ahead. Team Plasma is waiting for you there. Okay, let's go get this item. It's a Hyper Potion. Yay. Hyper Potion. Hyper Potion. Well, are we gonna... Oh, yes. I guess we have to push this rock from the top. Yeah, we do. Okay, good. Let's go down over here, and we have a researcher. A scientist, not a researcher. Scientist, researcher, same thing. Practically every scientist is a researcher anyway, because practically every scientist does research. So this is not really surprising, and she has a Clink. Okay! As long as that Clink doesn't use any electric attacks... Well, why am I even worried about that? Because I have Lassie out, not Blue Eye. So I'm gonna use the exact same strategy that I did before. Use Work Up and then Dig. And this time, that Clink, she's going to use an X special on the Clink, probably to power up Clink's Thundershock, but I don't think that's really going to matter. I highly believe that we're going to KO that Clink before it's going to get a chance to attack. What do you think? Because we're just going to employ the same strategy as we did before. Now, Lassie, I think, is going to evolve again at some point. See, that Clink tried to use Charge Beam, but it totally missed because Lassie was underground. It's just so appropriate for Lassie being able to use Dig. And that is blabbing on, you're never getting to hear Lassie's theme. But yeah, I'm not too worried about featuring all the Pokemon themes. And hey, is there anything over here? Is there anything over here? I guess there isn't. Okay, never mind. Oh, now here's one other thing I really like about this cave. Because the thing I really like about these caves is that when we go down the level, the music actually changes pitch. Listen to this, the music is at a lower pitch than it was before. Okay, you can't hear it unless I shut up. Oh, there's a shaky patch of dirt, but I probably can't even get to it. It's too far away. And we have a double battle here. Let's see, who am I going to use for a double battle? Let's see, right now I have Lassie and Lucian. Lucian's a good Pokemon to use for a double battle. Actually, I think I'm going to use Lucian and Flick, because Flick knows Protect, and that's another good move to have in a double battle. Oh, I guess these are not trainers. Hi, we're the Nugget Brothers. I'm the big brother. And I'm the little brother of the Nugget Brothers. Glad you showed up. I want to give you this. Let me guess, a nugget? Yeah, totally. Okay, I guess those are not trainers. Hey, it's another nugget! Yay, we got 2 nuggets, and we can sell those for lots of money. Money, 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 money. Haha. But I'm gonna put Lassie back to being first in the party because apparently I thought those were trainers and they're not. So, let's see what's over here. There are too many Joltiks in this cave. Joltiks are about as common as Zubat in this area. So, let's see what's over here, and we have a ledge going down, but let's see what's over here first. Because there was nothing, let's see what the dowsing mission says. Oh, there was something here. It's an HP up. Let's see what's in the shaking patch of dirt over here. Maybe if we're lucky, it'll be a Pokemon! It's a Pokemon! Yes! That's a Drillbur! I wanted a Drillbur! Yes, it's a Drillbur! Oh my gosh, I found a Drillbur! I'm so happy! I'm so happy! Oh my gosh, I cannot believe how happy I am! I wanted to catch a Drillbur! This is really awesome! This is really awesome! Ah! Let's have Lassie use Crunch and hope that it doesn't KO the Drillbur. Ah! Okay, it's using Hone Claws. Now, I know, unfortunately, Electra is not going to be able to paralyze this Drillbur because she's electric type and all. But let's see, is there anything else we could do to weaken it, actually? Probably, but I'm not going to take a chance. I'm just going to throw an Ultra Ball at it and hope that it catches it. Honestly. I guess I could throw a Quick Ball, but yeah. I think an Ultra Ball might work a little better. Yeah, Drillbur's not that hard to catch. Yay, I caught a Drillbur! Oh my gosh, I caught a Drillbur! Oh my gosh, I caught a Drillbur! I'm so happy! I was looking for a Drillbur for a long time, and I definitely want to put a Drillbur on my team eventually. So I know exactly what nickname I'm going to give this Drillbur. Now, on my last playthrough of this game, I also had a male Drillbur, and I named him Rossetti. That was a really interesting name to give a Drillbur, after Mr. Rossetti from Animal Crossing, that a really annoying mole that complains about you resetting the game without saving. But I'm not going to give him that name. Instead, I'm going to name him after another famous mole that appears in actually more than one video game under the same name, oddly enough. So this is Monty, after Monty Mole from the many of the Super Mario games, and also after the main character of this old game for the Commodore 64 called Monty on the Run. And there's an item that my dowsing Mitchin picked up. And I'm standing right on top of it. Okay, so this is another Paralyze Heal. Okay, I guess that's kind of nice. But I guess there wasn't that much up this way, but I did catch a Drillbur, so that was definitely worth it. I wanted a Drillbur, so I'm totally glad that I found one. Now, there are 2 other new Pokemon that can be found in this cave, but so far I'm not encountering either of them yet. But, okay, here's a doctor, and apparently that hidden item is up there, but let's talk to this doctor first, and we're gonna have to battle him before we get healed. Yeah. And I think after I challenge this doctor, I think I'm gonna have to end the video, because we're at 22 minutes now. I was so hoping that I would get through this cave in only 1 or 2 videos, but I guess that's not gonna happen. Oh well.
The
scene, we had a trainer wastefully using a hyper potion. I found it kind of amusing how some of these trainers just use hyper potions, and they end up doing more harm than good on their part. But okay, there is a hidden item off to the left somewhere, and yay, there's some Team Plasma grunts. I don't know why I should even be excited. Okay, let's see what this item is. It's a timer ball. Okay, that's kind of nice. Not that I really use those that often, although they are pretty useful against legendaries. And where is that item that's hidden? Oh, here it is. It's in the wall. It's a revive. But yeah, I am probably going to have to stop the video now, so in the next part of Let's Play Pokemon White, that was another Dumbledore. But I'm gonna have to stop the video now, so thank you for watching and stay tuned for the next part of Let's Play Pokemon White.